everyone, welcome back. I'm the City Witch. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing video for you guys today. So this is a brand new deck that I didn't know I was getting. My partner lovingly bought this deck for me as a Christmas present and I was super impressed with it. So I decided to film an unboxing video for you guys and show you the deck so you can get an idea of some of the more unusual creative decks you can buy through places like Etsy and of course through Kickstarter. Now this deck was supported by Kickstarter and I believe it was funded within the first 35 minutes of launching the campaign. So this deck was highly sought after and extremely popular, and it is one of the top selling decks on Etsy right now. So that tells you straight away how much everybody's loved and adored this deck. And so far, opening it for myself and having a look, I've also really liked this deck. The deck itself is called the Wandering Moon Tarot and it's by Rachael Jean. And straight away, I absolutely adore the box. The box is a beautiful matte design and you probably can't see this quite well, but some of the little star patterns you see here are actually silver foiling. And there's a little bit of silver foiling all around the edging as well. The back of the box is really plain and it's a slip-on off cover. Before I open this though and show you the cards, I just want to show you some of the freebies that I got with this deck, because I thought this was super cute and really nice of the creator. Let's get them all out. So one of the things that we got was a card holder, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. It's plain on the back. It's looks like it's made out of like a really thin wood. It might be plyboard or something, but I don't mind that. I really like the design. I think that's really beautiful. My only quirk with this was obviously it's kind of just showing the wood and it looks like it's slightly been golded. I would have liked to have had that silver to match the box, but I do still really like this. I think it's a nice addition to my collection. I'm always loving showing my cards and having them on display, so I do like that as a bit of an extra. And then you also get some nice stickers here. So we have "My life is one big tower moment," which I think is quite cute. And then we have #tarot life. Then we have the death card. I believe that is the design in the deck for the death card. Then we have one of her cards here, which is the Wandering Moon Co. And it gives you the Instagram and a really nice pattern on the back and it says "Keep Wandering." So I'll give you guys a close-up of that as well, but I will be adding all her information in the description of the video, so don't worry too much about that, guys. Then we get this nice little card here as well, which says the Wandering Moon Co. And that's kind of the pattern, so you can see it there. I'll give you a close-up of the image. And again, that's one of the images that's in the deck. And then you get the lovers, and this is a slightly larger sticker. So you get quite a bit in this, to be honest, guys, which I think is really quite cool. I like a freebie, so so this really appealed to me, all the little extras we got, but in particular, I really liked that. So I'll pop those to one side and let's have a look at this. So the box is quite beautiful. It's got this really nice smooth matte finish. I don't think you can see this very well on the video, but some of the little stars here are actually silver gilded. Maybe if I move the box a little bit, you can see that. And that goes all the way around the edge. So that is the front. The back is quite plain. And then the edge has the title and then some of the hand-drawn designs that Rachael Jean has done herself, which is quite lovely. My box sadly came slightly dinted on two of the edges, but I think that was just the mail. Obviously, I don't think she sent me a dodgy box or anything. I just think that it's been slightly damaged in the mail on the way. Now, Rachael Jean is in Australia, so obviously if you are anywhere other than Australia, you're going to pay roughly about £20 shipping to get this. And the deck itself, I think, is on offer right now for 38 quid in a sale. So if you guys are interested, I'd definitely check it out. But again, I'll put all the links in the description so you guys can easily find this and go ahead and purchase if you want to. So let's have a look at the inside. So the inside follows the same design as the outside of the box, which is really quite beautiful. And then the first thing we get is our guidebook. So I'll just pop the deck to one side for a moment so we can take a look at the guidebook. So again, the guidebook has the silver foiling on it, which is really quite lovely. And the design is black and white, so it just follows on from this hand-drawn design of the deck. So it says The Wandering Moon Tarot Guidebook, written by Rachael Jean and Marion Kirk. And then it gives you all the contents. So in this book, you will get about this deck, using this deck and guidebook, how to use this deck and guidebook, tarot spreads, the major arcana and the minor arcana, wands, moons, swords and stars, about the writers and further reading. So just to clarify that there, guys, so where I said the minor arcana is wands, moons, swords and stars. So your moons is the water element, so usually in a regular tarot that would be cups, but in this one it's moons. The stars would have been pentacles in a regular deck, which represents the element of earth. In this one it's stars. And then your wands is fire, and your swords are the element of air. And then in this deck as well, you get 3 extra cards. So this is an 81 card deck, and your 3 new major arcana cards are the Wanderer, the New Moon and the Full Moon. Now it's up to you if you want to use those and keep them in the deck, or if you want to take them out. Personally, I would keep them in because I think they're a nice extra addition that make this deck really super unique. So the guidebook is really nicely laid out. I really like the print. It's a glossy finish on the inside. Gives you lots of information about cards. So just an example, I'm looking at Temperance. So it gives you a little bit of information, tells you what the meaning is upright and reversed, and it's just some bulletized words to make it easy for you. So I'll just show that there to you guys. And then you get a little bit about the artwork and what it's supposed to inspire in you from the artists. And it all goes on like that throughout the entire book. So you get a lot of information about the cards, a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas. And I will show you the 3 new cards so you can get an idea of those. Okay, so here we go. So the Wanderer. So it gives you lots of information about the Wanderer card. Then it's upright and reverse meaning. And then again, you get information about the artwork. So for the Wanderer card, it says the first of the 3 cards unique to this deck. This card represents the I am presence, the multi-dimensional part of our consciousness. It is your past, present and future self combining to make up the sum of you as a spiritual being in your physical body. It is your connection to source energy and the ability to manifest. This card is asking you to connect with your I am presence, to interact with others from a place of love, to be mindful and appreciate the moments you find yourself in. It's a reminder of the importance of being present in everyday life. So that's the general meaning of that card. Then we go on to the New Moon. It says the second unique card in this deck. The new moon is the time when the moon is not illuminated in the night sky. This is a time to retreat within and do important shadow work. The lunar darkness is a perfect time to hibernate, meditate, and take time for yourself. Shadow work is part of self-care and is crucial for healing past wounds and moving forward with a healer relationship with yourself and your past. Embrace your shadow self and bring it into the light and illuminate it. So that's the meaning of that one. And then we get the full moon. The third unique card in this deck. This full moon occurs when the moon is fully illuminated. It's a time for release, shedding, and starting anew. This card is about the beginning of a new cycle and preparing yourself for the next phase. You have achieved your own illumination through hard work and patience. This card can lift and brighten any negative card in the spread. You need to ask yourself about where you are going next. Are you ready for this new adventure, and are you prepared for this next step? Know that you are illuminated and worthy. Interesting. So those are the meanings, and that is the guidebook, guys. So let's have a look at the cards themselves. Okay, so again, we follow on the pattern on the inside of the box, which is quite lovely. The first thing that really stands out is the silver foiling edge. That is absolutely stunning. I really like that. And then we have the back of the cards. And again, that is a really basic pattern design. And again, you can't tell when you turn it whether it's the right way or reversed. And that's something I love. For those who watch my unboxing videos, you know that I love when the pattern is really generic and you cannot tell which direction it's in. So that when you read in a reversed or a right way up card, you know, it's completely a surprise when you flip the card over. The cardstock is really good, actually. That is a really decent thickness. I like that. It's not too bendy. It's not too flexible. It is regular tarot size and, as I say, really good quality. It has got this really nice matte finish to it as well, so it's not too shiny. So if you're going to do recorded videos with this kind of deck, you'd probably find that it would come up beautifully on any recording. So let's take a look at the deck itself. Now, bear in mind, this deck is completely black and white, so there is no colour on the cards whatsoever, and every image has been completely hand-drawn by the artist for this deck. I really like this so far. This is just beautiful. So our very first card is the Fool. And again, that's a very traditional image with the mountain, either preparing to jump off or already jumping off, showing you the fearless kind of nature that the Fool has, and that they're always rushing in, never thinking things through, and obviously they have that innocence about them. So that's a really nice way to display it. Magician, and this card again is really quite lovely because with this one you have the symbols traditionally in the tarot, and then you have the elemental symbols as well, and you can see manifestation and magic in between the hands of the magician. So that's a really nice way to display that card. Ooh, the High Priestess, I love that. That reminds me of Sailor Moon with the crescent moon on the head, showing you the power of the moon. That is stunning. The Empress, again, you know, the Empress is, you know, all about beauty and, you know, that fresh fertility energy. So the fact you can see a flower there makes me think of springtime, when the animals are all, you know, in heat, getting pregnant, having babies, when the flowers are sprouting forth from the earth, showing you all that beautiful fertile energy for new projects and, you know, fresh new starts in life. So that's quite lovely. And I like that we have the astrology associations here, so you can see what star sign it relates to and what planet sign as well. So that is really cool. The Emperor, getting a very Aries vibe there with the ram horns. Hierophant, that's interesting as well, with the keys and the crowns. I like that. The Lovers, so we have two hearts joining as one, so it's showing unity. The Chariot. Justice, so we have the scales and the sword. That's lovely. The Hermit, oh, I like that one as well. I get a very lonely vibe from that, which is the exact vibe you want for a hermit card, because it is supposed to be a time of solitude and self-reflection and being on your own, seclusion. So that is lovely. The Wheel of Fortune, that's nice as well. Got Ouroboros there, the snake eating its tail. Strength. The Hanged Man. Oh, that's nice as well. That's a very interesting way to do it, and it makes me think of the game Hanged Man as well. So I like that. The Death card. Simple Skull. Temperance. And we have a road ahead. That's a really nice symbolism for it as well, because obviously temperance does represent a journey, and, you know, it can lead to enlightenment or some kind of conclusion to a situation. So again, that's a really nice way to display that card. The Devil, and we have an inverted pentagram. And the devil horns. The Tower, and we have a broken crystal to represent that, with the lightning striking it. So that, again, is a really nice way to display that. Star. The Moon. Wow. That's a nice card as well. The Sun. Judgment. And the World. I like that because, again, that's traditional to the Rider-Waite tarot, where we've got the reefs joining, and I kind of like the idea of the constellations around it because that connects more with this deck, with it being about the moon and the heavens and the cosmos. So that's very nice. And then here's where we get our 3 new cards. So we've got the New Moon. And what I find interesting about that is we've got a kind of a lock symbol there, as if you need a key for it. And then we've got the symbol there for water, and then we've got the crescent moon as well, that is the symbol used to represent the new moon. So very nice. Full moon, again, we have the lock symbol on the moon there, and then again we have a symbol for water and then the moon on the hand. It's very nice. And then the Wanderer card, and this one looks quite solemn, like in contemplation, thinking things over, gazing up into the moonlight, looking for answers. So it definitely has that seeker vibe to it. And then this is where we're getting into our suits. So our first one is moons. So remember what I said, that the moons is a replacement for cups and is ruled by the element of water. Oh, I like that one. 2 of moons. That's beautiful. I get a gentle energy from that. 3 of moons. 4 of moons. 5 of moons. I get, like, to me, that's almost like something slipping through your fingers, like you're fighting a losing battle maybe, or not keeping control of a situation. Things are just flowing through. 6 of moons. 7 of moons. 8 of moons, so direction, choices. 9 of moons. 10 of moons. Page of moons. Oops. Show that again. Knight of moons. That's an interesting symbol with the feather. I'm not sure I'd have gone for that. I might have gone with more of a warrior symbol, something like maybe a helmet or a shield, something along those lines for a warrior knight kind of image. Queen of moons. And then the King of moons there with the crown. And then we go into the Ace of swords. That's quite a nice symbol. 2 of swords. Wow. And here we go straight into a Rider-Waite image. We've got the heart pierced by 3 swords. That's very typical Rider-Waite. Really love that image. I love the way it's drawn with all the stitching as well. That's really beautiful. I like that. 4 of swords. 5 of swords, you know, again, this is quite a common symbol. Battle, competitiveness, competition. You know, you can kind of see that, you know, where you're having to defend yourself. 6 of swords, you know, walking away from something. 7 of swords. 8 of swords. Wow, that's a really interesting symbol, isn't it, guys? Because the sword's literally stabbing the hand. You know, this is wounds, battle wounds, issues, scarring. You know, that gives me a completely different vibe to what I'd have said about the 8 of swords if I'd have seen it in any other deck. I feel like that has a completely different message. 9 of swords. 10 of swords. Page of swords. Knight of swords, and again we've got the feather, or maybe it's a quill. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that's a feather, or do you think it's supposed to be a quill? Because it's quite short here, so I've been saying feather, but I suppose it could be a quill, like that scribe kind of energy. But then again, if it was meant to be a quill, I'd have said put that to the pages, not the knights, but that's just my take on it. Queen of swords. I like that one. Really like the way that's drawn. And then the King of swords. And then we have the Ace of stars. So remember what I said about the stars, guys? This is replacing pentacles, so this is the earth element. 2 of stars. 3 of stars. Definitely get that collaboration vibe there. 4 of stars. Oh, I love that one. That's really pretty. 5 of stars. 6 of stars. 7 of stars, 8 of stars. I like that she's got a needle and thread there as well, so that's quite a creative looking card. I like that. 9 of stars, I like that one as well. That's very tattoo design, I like that. 10 of stars. So that reminds me of looking back, thinking about the past. It's kind of like that nostalgia energy. So I would see these two people as elderly, looking back upon their lives, things they've done together, their accomplishments, their failures, all of it. And thinking, you know, I have no regrets. That's kind of the vibe I get from that card. Page of stars. Knight of stars. Queen of stars. And the King of stars. And then here we're going into wands, and wands in this deck look like crystals, which I love. And wands in this deck, if you remember guys, are the element of fire. So that's the 2 of wands, 3 of wands, 4 of wands, 5 of wands, 6 of wands, 7 of wands, 8 of wands, 9 of wands, 10 of wands, and the Page of wands, and the Knight of wands, Queen of wands, and the King of wands. Beautiful. And then we get this last card with the signature of the artist, which is just artwork, and that is a really nice extra addition. And actually, really guys, with that one, you could choose to turn this, because it's still got the same back as the main cards, you could choose to turn this into your own creative card if you wanted. So you could literally put the word manifestation on that, you could put the word cosmos, or you could put divine, or maybe this would represent the element of spirit to you guys. If you are magical or spiritual or into witchcraft, you might like this to represent something of the divine and spirit, and then come up with your own interpretation, which is something I would probably do with this. And I'd probably write in a really nice calligraphy pen on there as well, and give this card a really nice title worthy of it. So I'll give you a close-up of that again, so you guys can maybe come up with what you think this card should have been. And if you have any ideas for what I should turn this card into, guys, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear your ideas. And that concludes the video, guys, and the review. I mean, overall, I really like this deck. I think it's got a beautiful vibe to it, really nice energy. I think most of the cards are fairly easy to interpret. I mean, with the Rider-Waite kind of imagery on some of them, you can easily say what they are trying to portray. And for an experienced reader, I think you'd have absolutely no problems reading this deck. But if you're a beginner, I think it would probably be a little bit of practice, but over time you could easily interpret this deck, guys. And I really like it. I think the artist has done a fabulous job. The cards are absolutely beautiful, and I definitely will be buying her Oracle deck. And that's the last thing I wanted to mention to you guys. She has a matching Oracle deck that goes with this, and you can buy the two on a deal if you want to buy the tarot and the Oracle as well. And again, all the information for the creator and her Etsy page will be provided to you, so you can go ahead and purchase if you want to. I personally would score this roughly about a 8.5 out of 10, I would say. I think it's beautiful. I love all the extras that came with it. I really like the design. I like how basic and clean it feels, you know, that beautiful black and white energy. Love the gilding on the side, and I really like the guidebook as well, and all the extra information they give you about the cards and why they chose the artwork they did for the design. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and interact with this video. It does help me on YouTube. And click the bell so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you have any questions or inquiries for me, you can either email me, and my email is provided, or you can comment on the video and I will answer as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you'd like to offer light and love to this channel, you can do that through donations either on Patreon or by purchasing an Amazon gift for me, and the links are in the description. And if you'd like to book a tarot reading from me or talk to me about any spells and witchcraft services, you can book those through my business pages, which is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate you watching this video. Take care of yourselves. I wish you all a fantastic Yule and Christmas, and I will see you all in the new year. Blessed be.